time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious V, so don't get her pissed. Jason calls like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, here we go. It is Wednesday. What's up? Welcome to the KVJ show. You can now set your clock by Jaybird's pizza outfits on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I can't find my two pizza onesies, so I had to go with a more of a casual look. My Bigfoot shirt, my pizza jacket.
So two pizza onesies is not enough for you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them.
Maybe you left them at some girl's house.
That's definitely not the case. I might have left them out in a yard.
Okay.
Maybe your car.
Okay. It's apparently you need more.
I do need more. That is a fact.
Okay. All right.
I gotta up my dressing.
Well, whatever it is not a onesie. It is definitely pizza day as Jaybird goes for yet another world record. That is going to be coming up here on the KVJ show. And of course, you can always see everything going on Kvj Tv. We're there right now on YouTube.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, all this mess between Johnny Knoxville and Bam Margera and the whole set of Jackass 4, man, there's a lot of drama going on here. I guess Johnny Knoxville is saying that after this Jackass 4 movie, he's going to retire because he got so banged up doing this movie. Here he is talking about his injuries that he has just got while he's working on the new Jackass 4.
So on Jackass 4, I broke my wrist, broke my rib, and got a pretty gnarly concussion, which I had to stay in the hospital for the weekend.
Yeah.
But isn't that just how it goes?
I guess. I don't know, though. As you get older and the bones start breaking, I think you start to not bounce back like you did in your 20s.
Knoxville's got to be older than y'all, right?
He's 50.
Yeah, I mean,
He's 50.
It's a different level.
It's a different level, totally.
I'd be retiring.
He also briefly addressed the whole thing with Bam. You know, Bam has been talking a gang of crap about Johnny Knoxville and everybody from Jackass. And Johnny's like, look, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with Bam. I want him to get better. We tried to help him get healthy. That's all I really want to say about it. He didn't want to get healthy, and that's the problem. And then he kind of left it at that, and I think that's pretty smart. You don't want to get into a fight with Bam, and it sounds like the director of Jackass knows this too. It's a guy named Jeff who has just filed for a restraining order against Bam because he's afraid that Bam might actually come after him over his firing.
Wow.
But that is all great publicity for the movie. A restraining order, it's so dramatic.
It is good.
So dramatic.
It is good.
In other news, it looks like John Cena called Taiwan a country, and it's not a country, and now he's apologizing. Is he apologizing in their native tongue?
Yes.
Wow, impressive. What is this? John Cena speaking Mandarin?
你好，中国，这是叫西娜。我必须说，现在，在《速度与激情》中，我做很多采访，很多。
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good.
I'm impressed.
I'm definitely impressed. That's pretty amazing. Wow. I heard it's a tough language, too.
The clip was a minute long, and I edited it and stopped it where it sounded like it was a natural pause, but if I might have interrupted in the middle of a sentence. I don't know.
Okay.
Kanye West is apparently dating again, and it's very interesting who he's picked up. He's picked up Irina Shayk, which is the ex-girlfriend and baby mama of Bradley Cooper. She's that hot Russian supermodel. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right. Irina Shayk. But anyway, she is super hot, and they say she is secretly now dating Kanye West.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All right.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Don't you just love it when they do the happy birthday songs for you at some of those cool restaurants? I didn't even know they did this, but apparently at the Cracker Barrel, they'll start serving up happy birthdays for you. And here is a server there doing an amazing rendition of the song.
Happy birthday
Okay.
But I feel like that would make a lot of people uncomfortable if they didn't know that was coming. It was so long and drawn out. You're just sitting there kind of like,
Cracker Barrel.
can I have my
Can I just get my chicken and biscuits?
have my mashed potatoes?
Yeah, we get it. You're a good singer.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay-Bird?
Well, I was milling around our costume closet trying to find my pizza onesie, and I found this game that we'd never opened up. Someone must have sent us this game called Butthurt, and it's an adult card game among friends, but will you remain friends is what it says.
Oh.
And the way it goes, warning. Butthurt is a card game played among friends that reveals sometimes uncomfortable truth. This game is not designed for the sensitive people who get butthurt easily. Man up and have fun. And I picked some of the questions here, and it's supposed to turn you against your friends, sort of.
Okay.
Who would get picked last for a team sport with our little crew here?
Ooh, okay. I got two options. I would think, I don't know,
It suits.
it suits, you think?
It suits. Only because I think he's the only one that hasn't played sports really. He'd openly admit that. No butts.
That's true.
No
Denny's
butts
does
to
golf,
hurt.
yeah. Okay.
No butts to hurt here. Who's most likely to get fired from their job in this crew?
Oh, well, I mean, there's a couple different reasons. One could be about, sometimes companies, especially in radio these days, they cut. Sometimes they cut from the lower end, but then there's a lot of stories about big-time prominent radio hosts getting fired for saying things they shouldn't say on the radio because today's cancel culture is real and they say dumb things. So I'm going anywhere from Virginia to Suits.
Wow, Suits really getting tore up in this round.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Who
yeah.
in the KVJ arena here? Who has the least common sense?
Virginia?
I'm going Virginia.
You think? I was going to have her answer. I wasn't saying her.
I'm going Jay-Bird.
Yeah.
Out of here.
I was just saying, Virginia, you can answer.
Dude, I'm surprised you don't get hit by a bus every day.
You're out of your mind. I'm single. I'm happy. I'm loving life.
I had a feeling that's where Virginia's going to go. That's why I was calling on her to answer.
I thought you were agreeing with me. That's Virginia.
No.
No.
I was saying, Virginia, answer. Take this one.
He thinks it's you, and he just wants me to say it.
Whatever.
It's Jason.
Whatever.
Look who's getting butthurt.
I'm layered like a pound cake, baby.
You're getting exactly what the game said you would get.
Well, that's what this game's awesome. And so are you. You butthurt. You butthurt raging Cajun.
The
I
game
get
lives up to its
butthurt.
title.
No, there's so many good ones in here. Who's the greediest?
Okay.
I know. We don't have to play. We don't have to play it all right now.
That is a good game.
Yeah. Who's most likely to die alone?
Oh, I think we know that one.
Hopefully, yeah. It seems like it'd be peaceful.
Yeah, it's his goal.
Who's the most boring?
Damn.
Okay.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin.
I definitely won that one. You guys are ragers, man. My only entertainment is watching your lives. That's how boring I am.
There's so many of these questions, and they're all designed to tear us apart.
Those are good. Those are good questions.
Yeah, they're fun.
What's going on in your mind today, Virginia?
Well, yesterday I took Denny's to go get his second shot of his COVID vaccine. He's feeling a little bit under the weather today from it,
Oh, he
which
is.
a lot of people have
Okay.
that. When you get your second shot, you just feel a little off and not so happy and just yucky. And we found something, though, on the Uber app. And I don't know if a lot of people know this. I didn't know this. I found it by accident. Uber is offering free rides for anybody going to and from their vaccine shot. So
Okay.
you can set up an Uber ride to get your vaccine and go for free. If transportation was holding you back and you wanted to do it, bam. I mean, even if you have your own car, use Uber for free to go get your vaccine. Sit in the back seat like a fancy pants and let them drive you.
Yeah.
I noticed the sweet Denny's was a little off today. When I walked in, he just,
He don't feel 100%.
I can tell.
He went to bed early. His arm is sore. He just feels like a little bit of the side effects.
Denny's is not a complainer. He does not complain about anything. And he
No.
must have said 3 times yesterday, man, my arm is really sore. So you can tell the kid's
Yeah.
going through it.
Aw.
Yeah. The good news on the vaccine front, though, 50% of Americans are now fully vaccinated. That is 129 million people in the U.S. Florida does lag behind a little bit of that number. 37% only of Floridians are fully vaccinated, so that is some good news. But things are starting to open up. I even saw the cruise industry has apparently gotten a nod from the CDC that they can start doing test cruises in late June.
Nice.
So I know Caribbean's going to be doing that out of Port Miami, so that's some good news. And then I saw this today, and this is interesting. Some people are sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what happens. Researchers at Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis say patients with mild cases of coronavirus still have antibodies protecting them from reinfection nearly a year later.
That's good.
They say, in fact, they believe this protection from COVID will likely last for the rest of their lives. So they're still testing that kind of stuff to see if you've only had COVID, but you hadn't had the vaccine. How good is that at protecting you against it? They're now going to start looking into whether people receiving the COVID-19 vaccine will enjoy the same long-lasting immunity, and we can only hope so.
I think everybody's going to be different, too, because remember Tom Cruise, Rita Wilson, they had it very early. They had it very bad. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. And they went and got the antibody test and said they didn't have the antibodies anymore 9 months later.
Yep.
So...
yeah. Well, we'll have to see. They're doing more research, but as time goes on, we'll start getting some of these answers.
Yeah, Tom Cruise looked in the face of Corona and laughed.
Corona's scared of him, probably.
Yeah, they've got another interesting Tom Cruise deepfake video out today.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. It's amazing. It's his face, and he's saying stuff. They had a recruiting and training video for fast food kitchens. And it's pretty interesting to hear Tom Cruise directing that.
That's scary, man.
It is, yeah, what they can do with that. So, yeah. So they probably do have a video of Tom Cruise saying that he got coronavirus and he already lost the antibodies.
I got COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very possible. And a nice little feel-good story I thought today that I saw on the news. This is great because with our charity Little Smiles, we unfortunately deal too often with kids that have a form of cancer. And 10-year-old Luna Perrone from Palm Beach Gardens, she's been battling a rare form of bone cancer for the last 6 months. She has just a great spirit, though. She's always out there kicking the soccer ball around and playing. And she said, what am I going to do, sit at home and feel sorry for myself? So she was out there kicking the ball around, and while playing soccer, she saw Tiger Woods, who was there to watch his daughter play flag football. And she asked for a photo, and Tiger was nice enough to take a photo with her, and now it's blowing up all over social media.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, thought that was a cool little gesture, so and a nice little story and a nice thing for Tiger Woods to do. Okay, which is better, bar trivia or bingo?
Dang, I like both.
Oh, that's tough.
That's a tough one.
I think I'm going to go bingo because both of them, I have a drink. And it's harder to think at trivia when you're drinking. And it's easier because bingo is kind of mindless. I'm going bingo.
I'm going bar trivia barely because it shows off a personal skill set. Bingo's kind of by chance. If you really run the board at the bar trivia, you kind of look cool.
Yeah.
I'm going bar trivia.
You do. Yeah. You see how smart you are. People are like, oh, look at this guy.
Well, 3 in a row from Ralston. This guy's a somebody.
Yeah, I've always been a bar trivia guy. Those little electronic ones that they have there. I just remember being at Island Jack's forever, just standing there, and they had that machine, and we would play music trivia. And the cool thing about it, too, is you can play for drinks. So if you're really good at music trivia, that was how I would get out of there without having to pay for drinks that night. Is I'd bet my dumb buddies, be like going, okay, another round, next loser pays, and it's a good way to get free drinks.
If you've got a category that you slay in, like you do, you slay when it comes to music trivia.
Right.
I would totally like to watch that happen.
There's some bars that do The Office trivia where it's nothing but trivia from the show The Office. I want to get in that bad.
That would be fun.
Okay, which is better, breakdancing or ballroom dancing?
Look who you're talking to. It's that I doubt breakdancing.
Yeah. I would rather watch breakdancing. I'm mesmerized by it. I'd rather be able to be a great breakdancer. That'd be pretty cool to be able to do it. But I got to tell you, I think ballroom dancing, in lines of sophistication, you go to a wedding, you do something like that, ballroom dancing, I think, and I've seen some of these guys because my son did it in college, and I could not believe the chicks that some of these ballroom dancers got. I was pretty impressed. I was like, man. And I'm like, okay, so who would get more chicks? A really good ballroom dancer doing some of those very sexy, spicy Spanish dances? Good heavens, Virginia. They got on tight pants?
I agree with you because the ballroom dancing dudes, they use the girls and make the girls look good. So if you have a guy that is a really good ballroom dancer, you can be a girl who's not that great, and he can make you look fantastic on the dance floor because he knows how to lead properly. And I mean, I've never seen a break dancer do that. No offense.
I'm just saying, I've been to a wedding or two, and I've breakdanced before, and I might have hooked up. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah, I think that works for you.
Okay.
That's your thing. Breakdancing is your thing. Let everybody else ballroom dance. You do the breakdancing. And then look at the success of Dancing with the Stars. That show's been on how long now?
Yeah.
I guess people love it.
But
It's not going anywhere either.
But look at the success of Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's sustained many years.
Yes. It's been 30 years since we've had one, right? Where was Breaking 3?
And they never did it.
Okay, which is better? Okay, is it daytime or nighttime? Which is better?
Daytime.
It kind of depends on what you're asking for, though.
I like daytime. I've always been a day drinker. I love the sun out. I think Florida is like so beautiful and it's so fun to be outside.
I agree with you, yeah, because especially if you're talking South Florida, you lose our greatest advantages when it gets to be nighttime because you can't really see the ocean. It's so dark. And then it's just all kind of equal at that point. But during the day, there's no better place to be having cocktails than South Florida.
I become a creature of the night.
My eyes are starting to fail me. I don't know. I can't see good to drive at night.
Well, you shouldn't drive in daytime either.
That's true.
Okay, which is better, clothes or food shopping? Which is better?
Food.
Food shopping is so
definitely.
fun.
I get annoyed with clothes shopping very quickly.
Yeah.
Usually because I look at myself in the fitting room mirror and I'm like, damn it, I'm fat.
Well, if you're going clothes shopping and you are not looking your best, it can be not a fun ride. I've done it, had a breakdown in the middle of TJ Maxx. It's not a good ride. Food shopping, you could be skinny, you could be portly, you're having fun.
Food shopping's better if you're fat.
I love to go food. I told Denny's this yesterday. I love to go to Publix when there's nothing pending. I can take my time. I can really explore the cereal aisles.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. I think that that the food shopping would be the more popular answer out of those two.
But what about for you personally?
Right now, I like clothes shopping. Mm-hmm. So I never did before, and just recently because it's fun. I think the reason why I like it is because my wife likes it, and so she goes out and she's like, "Oh, try this, try that," and so it's something an activity that we can do together. And I'll be like, "Okay, go on ahead and do your things." That my wife just basically dresses me every single day,
And she's doing the work to make you look good.
Yeah.
So there is a distinct advantage for you.
yeah, and she enjoys it, and then she actually pays attention to me.
Oh.
Ralston over there looking like a Gap model.
That's the queen, yeah. So recently I've started to like that for the first time ever in my life.
Okay.
Which is better, a bath or a shower?
It depends. If I got to get the job done, it's a shower. If I'm chilling, sipping a glass of wine, then it's a bath.
If I'm in a hurry, I love me a shower. If we're talking about a night of love making, we're going tub.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Is that where you like to tug it?
I'm just, come on, Virginia. The kids are
Rub
listening.
it up, Doug.
The soap.
The bath and the tug.
I like me a tub.
Tub tug.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to go with shower as well. You can still have a steamy shower.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can. You can do it that way. Okay, so if you want to get brunch coming up this Memorial Day weekend, where is the best place in all of South Florida to go? It's kind of interesting because, with KVJ, we are blessed to have people from all over the place that listen to this show digitally. And people are going, man, I'm so jealous. You guys have a lot of really good places to go get brunch. And
We do. We are very blessed. We don't realize how lucky we are because we're in it every day.
Right, absolutely. So there's one place in our web poll that's up at kvjshow.com right now to try to help sort out the best of all the different options that you have. And kind of a switch in one place running away with it. Kyle G's in Jensen Beach.
Really?
Yes. So I don't know if they got everybody together and hit hard our web poll, but they got 43% of the votes.
Wow, that's a huge amount of vote.
Yeah, that really
I guess
is.
we got to go check out Kyle G's.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're in Jensen Beach, is Kyle G's worth all that? Are they the absolute best brunch spot in all of South Florida?
It's on the ocean. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I saw some
mean,
photos
it's
of it. I checked it out.
Beautiful.
You want to go, Mama?
I do want to go. You know, I like an oceanfront brunch.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
Let's go there first before the Breakers. You want to do that?
I'll go to all of them.
Now, I've never been to a brunch before.
Here's what we got, the best of the best. Kyle G's, number one, 43% of the vote. That is a switch from yesterday. Benny's on the Beach was leading yesterday on the pier in Lake Worth Beach.
That is a great spot.
Yeah, they have now dropped down to 14%. And the only thing that I've heard people say is it does get really crowded at Benny's.
Yeah, it's better to go at off-peak.
Right.
Because Benny's is packed. I mean, you're over the water. It's on a pier. You can't get more gorgeous.
Yeah. The Breakers is hanging in at number 3 for the best brunch in South Florida, followed by Frigates in North Palm Beach, and then you got multiple places tied for number 5. You've got Lenora's with multiple locations throughout South Florida, and they're getting ready to expand in a big way. So if you're further down south, you're about to get that as they're going to be opening up further down south.
Can you do brunch on a Tuesday? A Tuesday brunch?
Sure, you can do brunch any day.
They have them?
Brunch is a time and a type of meal.
Yeah.
You can do it any day of the week, but usually on the weekends is when they do like the bottomless mimosa.
that's
when
what
you
I'm
get,
saying.
That's when you get the gaggle of really hot drunk chicks.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to go on the weekend because that's part of the fun. If you're a young single guy, that's the time to go.
What if you're an old single guy? Do you go there?
Tuesday's great for you. Tuesday's good. Yeah.
Oh, it's not very crowded. I like it better.
Yeah. Tap 42 is tied as well at 5th with multiple locations. And then Shooter's Waterfront in Fort Lauderdale is also tied for 5th. So
Nice.
that's what people are saying right now. If you disagree with any of that or you didn't hear us mention your favorite brunch spot, hopefully it is on our list. We've got a pretty lengthy list covering most of the places at kvjshow.com by your suggestion. So you can go check it out there. All you have to do is just go to kvjshow.com. Some birthdays today. Lauryn Hill. She came out with a Grammy award-winning CD and then just disappeared. She's turning 46 today.
It's a really great CD.
It is. It was absolutely amazing. The education of Lauryn Hill. And then nada. Lenny Kravitz is 57 today. Philip Michael Thomas. Remember him? Tubbs from Miami Vice. Turned 72 today. Hank Williams Jr. is also 72, and Stevie Nicks turned 73 years old today. Got some birthday shout-outs. One to Ruby, who's turning 8. That is from Daddy. Also, Mario, longtime listener, is giving a shout-out to Brianna and her sister Ashley, both turning 21. That's a fun birthday. Happy birthday, Mare from your family and your kids, Yasmin and Noah. Dawson is turning 10. Always let your freak flag fly. That is from Mom and Ethan. Amy had sent that in. Got a birthday you wanted on the KVJ Show? Just send us an email to let us know. mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Chasing greatness. That is what happens here on the KVJ Show. It is very elusive, that greatness, but we keep chasing it. Every single week for World Record Wednesday, Jaybird attempts one of these world records just to see how tough it really is to beat it.
We've had a few that were better than others.
You've had some great days. Yeah, you've had some amazing performances. Some of them you've shown just how impressive the world record really is.
And then we've had some really terrible days, some really bad falls.
Yeah, but that's life, right?
That guitar one was real bad when I had a bounce on my head. But I was real drunk, I think.
Okay, well, that's true. Good
Smells like a
defense.
hot dog carton here.
Yeah, all right. You love it.
Beautiful, isn't it? So the world record today that we're chasing is eating a hot dog with no hands, set by Leah Shutcover of 18.15 seconds.
We're coming for you, shut cover.
Now, the way she had it kind of on like a hot dog, kind of like a punter thingy.
It was on a T, basically,
Yeah.
so that it was at a 45-degree angle pointing up towards her mouth as she went down to eat it.
Me and Sweet Denny's looked all over. We couldn't find one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have Denny's be the T. He's going to hold it for me at that angle.
Okay.
Do you guys care if that's how he does it?
What do they call that guy in football that holds the ball?
Spotter.
Yeah, the spotter. When
Basically,
you
yeah.
go to kick it.
Yeah,
Holder,
he's
yeah.
holding the ball down for me.
I like it.
Okay.
It's teamwork.
Okay.
It's a championship for all of us.
Just don't take off one of his fingers. I'm sure he wouldn't like that.
All right, I think for me, I got to go big bites and then swallow it like a pill. No?
You had done a world record attempt here recently, and you'd said one of the mistakes was I think you were chipmunking and holding and not swallowing enough.
Okay, so you think I should go and swallow?
I think, yeah, that was your own advice to yourself.
Get it down so you can make room for more.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into this thing.
How's your gag reflex?
I think it's real good.
Okay. This might be a very inspiring bit to give us future content for our OnlyFans page.
Which we are working on still.
We typically go halves, or when you're talking about a quick time, it would be doubled. 36 seconds would be deemed KVJ impressive here. 36 seconds. Virginia, do you think that he is going to go over or under 36 seconds?
36 is quick, dude. Oh, I think he's going to go slightly over. No
Going
offense.
over on that.
Thanks for having my back, dog.
Got
Suits, what are you thinking? Over under 36? He's going to go under.
Oh.
He's going to go under.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jaybird is good at this kind of stuff, but no hands.
I know.
Keep that in mind. That's what's got me worried about this.
I like to grab my dog and go to town.
Oh, I know.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you got a great pose there for many things. Denny's, you think he's going to beat 36 seconds?
I mean, I think he's going to go way under.
Yeah, he's going to go way under. Okay.
Did you say yours?
I think that I'm going to give you just under 36.
All
It's
right.
going to be close.
All right.
Wow.
Come on, Bird.
The room believes in you.
That's how it's going to go terrible.
This is how we're doing it wrong. Okay. All right. The world record eating a hot dog with no hands is 18.15 seconds. Jaybird is getting all ready. It's on KVJ TV here on YouTube at KVJ Show.
You got this.
On your mark, get set, and eat.
Okay, wow. Took about half the dog in like one bite.
Yeah. He's going at it. I mean, I would
Swallow,
say
swallow, girl.
he seems like he's now. This is the thing. He's bending over, so typically it's going to be harder to swallow like that. Denny's has already removed his hand because he is just gobbling it up, just like a dog. And he is there, and it's in his mouth. He's got to get it down for it to count. He's
Come on,
trying to get it
baby.
down, but it's all in his mouth. He's at 25 seconds right now.
Swallow.
He's past the world record, but we're going for 36. He's at 30 seconds right now. He is at 32, 33, 34, 35, and done.
Ah!
Wow.
Oh, he threw up.
Whoa. Okay.
Shoot to the end.
Wow.
I choked to the end. Does it count still? I got it down.
You got it down. We have you at an official time of 36.08 seconds. That is under what we had said was KVJ impressive. So, Jaybird, if you were going for the under on the KVJ impressive, congratulations. You're the winner.
Wow.
36.08 seconds.
We did it.
Just
Hero.
double the time of the world record.
Oh, man, I could have done better.
That was really impressive. You started off really fast. I was really surprised because I looked over with 8 seconds. You had almost all the hot dog in your mouth and eaten. I'm like, good heavens. I thought you had a serious run at what the world record was going to be.
It got stuck in my trach.
Now, was she bent over a table eating the same way you were?
I did it completely different than her. It was wrong. wrong.
Yeah, because I thought that could work against you.
It did. You know, a lot of times you get in these things, you go with your heart.
You didn't even have a chaser.
I know.
Wow.
I feel like I could do that again. Maybe we should do a redemption series one of these days.
You could do a chaser with a straw and not even use your hands.
I do like that. We should get the ones that you were closest on, that you had the best ability, and maybe one week really take a crack at it. Every
Zone
single
in.
day do one, yeah.
Practice, legit practice. That's when I could practice and get better at.
Totally.
It was when you started. There's been a few where I'm like, oh my gosh, he might do this. That was one of them. I'm like, wow.
We're just testing raw ability against these
It
things
is.
without any training. Virginia.
It is, yeah. So that is one I would say that is a win. That's a KVJ win.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, you should take it. Very impressive. All right, if you missed that is going to be up on demand anytime you want to watch it on YouTube. Got the video there. Plus, we always post that stuff on our different social media platforms. We're now even on TikTok. You can find us at KVJ Show if you are on TikTok.
TikTok is so much fun. If you're not on TikTok, you need to go explore TikTok. Even if you're not ready to make videos yet, just watching the creativity of TikTok, I love it.
Virginia's all in it. She's
It's
making
my favorite.
Oh, she's making some great videos up there.
I don't even think I'm good at making them. I like watching them.
Okay.
There is such creativity and humor and things that make me cry and then laugh. TikTok is winning.
Okay. Virginia, that's a strong endorsement.
I'm just saying.
That's Virginia's favorite KVJ platform, so go check us out there. Virginia has got herself a butt dilemma. What is Virginia going to do about her tuchus?
Let's get into it.
I'm glad you're here to help.
That's actually what she needs, is someone to get into it.
I do.
Yeah. Now, you are taking the advice because just even this last week, I was reading that they have advised now to lower the age, and the medical screenings for your tuchus used to be at 50. Now they're saying 45. You should be getting that thing looked out at. And one of the big reasons was the passing of Chadwick Boseman, who was in phenomenal shape. He was the Black Panther, who was in just cut and ripped. And at the age of 43, he had died from the prostate cancer, I believe it was.
And it's the kind of thing that if you catch early, you can totally have a different outcome.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to die from this one, but it does require that preventative work on the front end to your back end.
So you got to have that thing looked at. And so Virginia wanted to go have hers looked at, but you got a problem with your doctor.
My doctor's office called me like 2 months ago, and they left me a message saying, oh, it's that time. You're that age, old lady. You got to come in here and do your butt check. And I was like, oh, gosh. But I think about things like that. Like, I consider that a sign that I should go and do it. So yesterday, I finally called to set up my appointment. And just like you told me, Jay Bird, my doctor of 15 years no longer takes our insurance.
I told you, you argued with me, kind of yelled at me and said I was wrong 3 different times. I will take my apology now.
I'm so sorry. You were right.
I know.
Our doctor's office stopped taking our insurance.
So-
And if I want to get them to dig in my butt, I have to pay out of pocket.
Right now, me and Virginia's butts are on the market for a new doctor, and I'm even going to throw my nards on the table, too. So we are available.
Okay.
He's tossing his balls on
Wow,
the
that's
counter.
a lot.
We're looking for a new doctor.
That's a lot there.
Well, I loved my doctor. Even before I lived in Tequesta, she was my doctor. I used to drive from North Palm to her because I love her so much. And here's the great things about why you want somebody like her around your butt. She's sweet like a grandma. She got tiny hands. You don't want some big hand doctor rooting around back there.
She was really awesome because I was one of her youngest patients. She'd always talk to me like I was young. It was nice.
Oh, she was adorable.
Oh, she was great because I think the average person in Tequesta is about 80 years old.
Average, yeah, that's about
It
right.
was great.
I love her. I'm trying to figure out if I should pay out of pocket just so I don't want a new person that I just met digging around there.
How much does it cost to get somebody to root around in your butt? Because I have seen some discount places that just for about $5 somebody will do it.
You can
I
probably
also am not doing a discount butt rooter.
probably find somebody in the misconnection section you read from every
Oh,
Friday.
absolutely. In fact, they'll pay you. You could make some money out of this, Virginia.
I require that my doctor be a female and have small hands. And I would like her to be older like my doctor was, because I feel like she was gentle and sweet and experienced.
Okay, we say we need a female who has really small hands, who's old, who's gentle. All right, just want to make sure one of those doctors is out there. That's what we're looking
Virginia's
for.
recruiting. Okay.
It's very specific.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I'm just devastated. I mean, this is not the kind of thing I want to, hey, I'm going to meet you, and then 5 minutes later, you're digging around in my canal.
When you look for a doctor, do they do screenshots of their hands?
Like
Can
to
you
see
check that way and be like, okay, I want to see their face, I want to know their gender, and I want hand size. Can we get all three of those?
I'm going to look on the wall, and if you have any other size plastic gloves than small, I'm walking out.
So what we can do is we can go through on websites and look at the doctors, because these days the doctors are always on the website, and we'll peep all their hands. We'll see if they have big or small hands.
Might be headshots, though. That's the only problem.
They usually have sometimes a body shot, hopefully.
Okay.
Did you say body shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the colon screening, I guess, for women, men. Of course, the prostate's for the men, but the colon is for everybody, and they're saying get that checked out. And that was actually what it was that Black Panther had. Somebody had let me know in the chat room, Chadwick Boseman. All right, you guys about ready for this fun little round of KVJ Hate Zone?
Ready, Kev.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we take all the social media comments that we've got, emails. There's just a whole big old collection of different ways that we get these comments here for the KVJ Hate Song. We get them piece by piece, and then we put them to music.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Listening to Kevin speak about anything is about as satisfying as an unsalted stale pretzel. Hey, Kev, you might sound more interesting with your mouth closed.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Too bad Virginia can't get vaccinated for stupid disease. Lord, she's dumb. Keep talking, Virginia. Maybe one of these days you'll say something intelligent.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Jason is so dumb that he thinks Cheerios are donut seeds. Some babies were dropped on their heads, but Jaybird was clearly thrown at a wall.
Oh, jeez.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Does Denny still like nature despite what it's done to his face? Seriously, who flattened his face with a shovel? He should change his name to Producer Flatface.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks.
Virginia's just talking about her butt dilemma. She found out that her normal doctor doesn't take our insurance anymore, and she was just getting ready to go in for that colon screening.
Yes.
But somebody texted in and said, Virginia, I'm very confused about why the doctor has to go up your butt. Colon cancer screening is very simple, and most of the time it is done at home with a collection when you go to the bathroom. It is only one day, and it's now very simple. Some doctors may get a small sample in the office, but that would not require any big exploratory exam. They sell the test for this, so I know a lot about it. They did recently change the recommended age to 45. It was 50 and up before. So it just looks for blood in your stool, and you won't have to worry about anybody rooting around unless you really want that.
I don't know what it entails. All I know is that I'm supposed to go do it. So
Yeah.
I don't know any of the details. I don't know how invasive or...
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about hands or anything like that. They're just going to give you a kit. You're going to bring something back to them. They'll test it, and you're all good.
Can I just come in with a bag of poo and we cut it off at the pass?
I don't know. I would ask a medical professional on that one, Virginia.
I'll bring it in a Ziploc.
Can we
Keep that in your
maybe
purse.
Can we maybe do a different topic?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody said, in fact, you just ran a commercial for a colon cancer screening test called Cologuard.
I know, but I mean, that's not your doctor, right? That's
Well, it's
like
doing the same thing that you're trying to do. You're screening for colon cancer.
I know, but I want to go to a doctor and like talk about it. I don't want to send it. I don't want to put a poo in a bag and just send it in the mail and then have them send me back a.
Like I said, I think your regular doctor will give you a kit to take home, and then you'll bring that back.
Mom,
to them.
you just got to find a regular doctor. You're putting the... We got to find a doctor first. We've been canceled.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
So there you go. So the good news is it doesn't sound like anybody's hand is going in your tuchus. So you're fine. That's just dudes for the prostate.
Oh.
Yeah. And you don't have one of those, so you're good.
You don't know that.
That's true. Maybe Virginia's been holding back on us all these years. Secretly has a prostate. Okay, so are you in a relationship and you think maybe you shouldn't be? Got to make up or break up for us? Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. All right, how would you guys rule on this? Said my boyfriend did karaoke with his ex, and they got a problem with it. In their email, they said, Sunday morning, one of my girlfriends sends me a video that she saw on Instagram. It was my boyfriend singing karaoke with his ex-girlfriend.
What?
Now, I knew my boyfriend was going to be going out with his buddies, but he failed to mention that he ran into his ex, much less that he sang a song with her.
Sang a song with her?
The song they sang was Shallow. His ex then posted in the caption, "Look who I run into." So did we nail our old song or what? Plus, I think he's better looking than Bradley Cooper. Things happen for a reason. Hearts. I was livid when I saw this. Now, he says it's completely innocent and nothing more than just a song to him. He said that she asked him and he didn't see the harm in it. And he claimed that they didn't hang out after the song was over and he had no idea she was going to even post that video, especially if she was going to write in the caption what she did. Now, in our 5 months together, he's never led me to believe that he would cheat, but I just don't know if I can be with a guy who wouldn't understand why this is such a big deal. Is this a breakup situation?
Let me tell you about guys. They're dumb. And I think that rather than cause a scene or make her upset in the bar, when she asked him to do karaoke, he stupidly said yes, not realizing the implications and not realizing she was going to write that. I mean, this girl's evil. She wrote that in that message to mess with you. And if you let her break you up, then she wins.
Mm-hmm. Unlike Virginia, I'm not going to call anyone's gender out, call anyone dumb, because we're all equally just, on this crazy plane. This is a major red flag. The fact that you don't understand that doing your ex's old song together in a public forum is inappropriate and stupid. We got some issues. Wallace Pennington's heard enough. I'm out.
He's out. Yeah, he definitely screwed up big time. And this is a major foul, but nobody's perfect. And there are some things you break up for in a relationship for a mistake. I don't think I would completely break up over this, but I would let him know that, hey, I want you to have no interaction with your ex. And if you do, then that would be a breakup.
I'm kind of old school. I do not like, if I'm with somebody in a relationship, I don't like them being buddy-buddy with their ex. I don't like them talking. I don't want to hear stories about it. I don't want to hear about you singing. That's in the past. This isn't like it's a friend. This is a lover. No.
Well, this girl is obviously trying to make it look like on social media this is some fate moment where the stars have aligned and brought them back together for karaoke. I think that you need to, in the comments below this picture, remind her who she's messing with real quick, and then just tell him, look, you can't have any contact with her whatsoever. We know what she's trying to do. She's trying to break us up.
When you mess with your ex, you are now creating drama, and I don't want drama in my life. I'm trying to eliminate drama.
And he didn't realize that. And some guys wouldn't in the moment because they just think, oh, I'm going to alleviate the drama of her being all pissed and making a scene in the bar by just agreeing to sing with her.
No, all you go is like, nah, I'm good. There's no scene. Nah, I'm good. I'm not doing it. And it probably didn't happen like that either. It probably happened where, hey, it's good to talk with you. Let's have a drink together. Let's do a shot. Let's do a show.
You think he was cheating?
I'm not saying he's cheating. I think he went up there. What I'm saying is you're making uncomfortable moments because you are doing something with your ex. You just can't have it. You just can't.
Some of the comments in the chat room said just because the girl wrote that on her Instagram doesn't mean he thinks the same thing.
Right. And I don't think he does. I think he got trapped in all this. She trapped him.
A trap. Yeah.
It's drama.
It is
Bye.
drama, but
But now you know what this girl is capable of. I think you need to let her know what you're capable of in the comments below and let her know that she's on notice.
Okay. All right. So any other comments on that?
You know, the other thing too, men are so dumb. Don't be throwing that umbrella that men are so dumb. He was trying. He knew what he was doing.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Get outta here.
I don't think he meant to cause all this drama. He certainly didn't know what she would write in the caption. I think guys do stuff like this all the time, thinking it's innocent and they don't mean any harm by it, and it blows up in their face because girls are a lot more sensitive and protective,
Right.
And they can see what this girl's trying to pull.
Yeah.
Guys get trapped in this all the time,
Right.
without realizing how diabolical women can be.
I'm not saying women can't be diabolical, but so men can. Women and men, both of them, we all share the same traits. We all cheat. We all lie. We're all dumb. We're all stupid. There's not one that's better than the other. That's a fake narrative.
All right, well, we just disagree then. I think a lot of guys get trapped in situations like this, and they didn't do anything wrong, but now they're in trouble for it because a girl who's diabolical set
Right.
them up.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, any other thoughts? 877-979-WRMF. A couple other emails here. This is a makeup or breakup question saying, my girlfriend has a sugar daddy. You say in their email, I've been dating this girl for 2 months. She is model beautiful and works in the service industry. Guys hit on her all the time, and I'm cool with it. I knew it was going to be a part of dating her. On Saturday, my sister was having a barbecue, and I really wanted my girlfriend to come to the barbecue before she had to go into work. She said she had unfortunately already committed to go out on a boat that day with some girlfriends. Well, I really wanted her to come with me, so I put the pressure on. Well, after a small fight, she told me that she had to do the boat day because she has a sugar daddy, and he rented it, and it was her weekend to go. I said, whoa, wait, what? I asked her what she meant. She told me that she has a deal with this guy in his 50s where he will pay for her apartment, car, and give her an allowance for clothes if she will hang out with him and his buddies twice a month. She typically brings other girlfriends and they do a boat trip. She swears that nothing in their relationship is physical. This guy has a ton of money and he just likes to always know that he has hot girls ready to jump on his boat to impress his friends. I told her I didn't like that, and I said, you need to stop with this sugar daddy. Well, she said, okay, are you willing to pay for what he does? I, of course, don't have money like that. So is this dream over, or should I swallow my pride and accept that this is part of what goes into dating a really hot girl?
I mean, I don't know if it goes into dating every hot girl, but it goes into dating this one.
Yeah.
She's telling you who she's picking, and she's picking the lifestyle. I mean, she may like you and like you for you, but she wants the material things too, dude.
This ain't gonna work out, brother.
No.
This is not gonna work out.
I think he's holding on because she's so hot, and he probably really likes it too because his friend's like, wow, you were dating the hottest girl ever. And he's like, yeah, this is great, isn't it? Well,
But at what cost, though? Now
Right.
you're worrying about her with a sugar. Is that living?
And I'm telling you, there is some stuff that happens on that boat.
Of course, there. Even if
That
there
guy is not paying for her apartment and her car and all that and not expecting anything.
Yeah, you either are comfortable with the situation or you need to eject immediately.
yeah, I don't see this going for the long haul.
No. You really don't have a lot of a leg to stand on here. You kind of have to take it or
Yeah.
move on.
Well, I mean, some people are into material things. They're a little bit, less deep when it comes to that stuff. They're about material, not about love. And it sounds like you're a little bit more about the love angle. It ain't gonna work out.
People are saying if you have any self-respect, you would leave this girl. If you don't, then stay with her and keep living the shallow life. That's all you have to decide.
Maybe have one more naughty time session
Right.
and then kiss her goodbye.
Or
Just, when you're in it, just remember to take that mental snapshot because it's your last time.
One last ride.
One last ride.
Makeup or breakup email here. It said, my boyfriend ran into a guy that he went to college with at Miami at some law function in Coral Gables. He told me the guy is getting married this weekend at a mansion on the water in Miami. And he told me that he got an invite and that there might even be a few celebrities there. Well, I got a little bit excited and I said, okay, what time of day is it? Is it outside? I had a gazillion questions. My boyfriend then quickly told me awkwardly that it was during the day, but that he only got one invite because the guest list is very tight. Now he can't understand why I'm so pissed. We've been together for 3 months. considering that, isn't that enough time where you should expect to get an invite and go to a wedding as a couple? I think we're really together, and if we are, he should be taking me, no questions asked. Maybe this just shows how he really feels about me. Is it time to walk away?
I don't know if 3 months is long enough for you to be demanding a +1. Weddings, especially in COVID, are just really expensive for the bride and the groom. And sometimes they tell people, if you're not married, you don't get a +1, especially during COVID. You're not married, honey. You don't automatically get a +1.
3 months is nothing. First of all, you don't know anything.
It's not nothing. Don't say that. We've had some amazing moments in 3 months.
It's the seedling of a beautiful relationship. Of course,
he loves
it is.
me.
I'm
He
sure
said he
does.
loved me the other night when we were having sex.
But I mean, 3 months.
You need to tell him you're sad that you're not going, but you need to back off on this one.
Just relax.
There's celebrities there. I want to go. I've got a cute new dress.
But isn't it? He can't bring anybody though.
He can bring me because we're together.
Dude, you need to run.
Yeah.
All of these are breakups. Are we even doing that segment? They're all breakups, guys.
We always know your answer. We always know your answer. Okay, this is a personal one I wanted to put in here, and this is a tougher subject.
Oh, boy.
But they really wanted to get an answer, and they said, my life's kind of hanging in the balance.
Oh, boy.
They say in their email, I was married at 16, and I have already been with my wife for 18 years. They are now 34. They do not have a child because they have a low sperm count. Their wife is fine in her reproductive systems. But during the pandemic, my wife got pregnant, but decided to get an abortion without consulting me. When I confronted her about it, she said it was her body and she has the right to do anything she wants with it without my consent. I can't believe that she would end the life of my child without my feedback. I still love her, but this is a very big issue for me, being as conservative as I am. I then went and told my family what she had done, and they were devastated. Should I file for divorce? Well, I mean, you got your family in it now, and so this is, I can only imagine if you feel that way, you probably got a lot of your own personal belief system from your family, so they probably are even more livid about it than you are. You were with her since you were 16, you're 34 now. I guess in theory, that is the big argument now that, my body, my choice and all that. But if she loved you and respected you after 18 years, this, to me, is a couple's discussion to have. This isn't something where you come back and be like, oh, I went to Whole Foods, and by the way, that really shows to me a dysfunction in your marriage.
Totally. That's a group decision.
I mean, I can only speak on how I would feel in that situation. If I was married and my wife did that, I would be devastated. I would be devastated. I mean, we talk about these things together. We're in this together.
There's no respect, and it shows the status of where your marriage is, and that is tough. And divorce is a big word to throw around and something that is tough, but without a doubt, you need some counseling and fast to work this through to see if there's any way to salvage it. And I'm sure there are a lot of hurt feelings that are in on this as well.
I think if you wanted to salvage it, then you shouldn't have told your family. By that act of telling your family and getting them all upset, you've now kind of sealed the fate of this marriage. I don't think it's going to last.
Probably not, but that is too deep of one to answer that because you do have a lot of time together. You've been with her a majority of your life now, and so I would definitely get to a counselor stat to work that through, but that's going to be a challenge. So there you go.
Is it possible it wasn't his baby?
That is possible. I thought about that for a second, and maybe that could be why she went and got that taken care of so quickly.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That even makes it.
Well, I mean,
that's a thought I didn't think of. Yeah.
How low is your sperm count?
Yeah, you're right. That is suspicious, isn't it? That he's 18 years into.
We'll never know the answer. I
think it's time to get in the bushes.
You bring up these topics.
Yikes.
I just have thoughts.
Yikes. Okay. Well, there's maybe a thought that you hadn't thought of. I hadn't thought of that. So, yeah, was that Yours. Okay.
Awkward.
Yeah. Well, we deal with all kinds here. Send us your emails if you got a situation. mail@kvjshow.com. Well, the Gen Z is running away with the Battle of the Generations. They're already at 9 wins. Millennials at 4. Gen X at 3. So I'm going to let the Millennials and Gen Xers try to get closer today, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I got to take down Sweet Denny's?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And he's not feeling so hot because he had his second vaccine shot yesterday.
Yeah, he's a little pale.
How you doing, Puddin'?
I'm doing better. Doing better. It's definitely, you can feel it a little bit, you know?
Okay.
Lunch is on the bird if you are hungry.
I appreciate that, Bird.
You want a carb load so you'll feel worse?
Calm down, Denny's.
All right, we've got our millennial here. That is Lexi from Deerfield Beach. Hello, Lexi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
excited. Let's, get a win in for the millennials here.
I love it.
If millennials win today, I tell you, it is getting to the point where Gen Xers are just not even a factor in this game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's getting to that point.
Well, let's hear my partner first. I feel like there's going to be a connection.
Okay, you got Greg from Lake Worth Beach.
Oh, Greg. I need it, Greg.
You got it, man. You got it, man. Let's take down these millennials. They suck.
All right. There you go. Okay. Now, we've got pop culture trivia questions that are typically out of your demo, your sweet spot. So they're typically out of that. They may be close. I know people are saying,
They do chatter.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. Is it's really hard to get questions exactly outside of your demo. So we'll start off with the millennials here. Your first question. This is going to Lexi. If she can answer on her own, going to give you about 3 seconds for that answer because we got some Google champs on this sometimes. What was the name of the kid that actually liked Life cereal in the commercial from the 80s?
Oh, crap.
What was his name? He
know.
likes
Timmy?
it. What's that?
Is it Timmy? I don't know.
Timmy, that's a good guess. It's not Timmy. That was a 2-point answer. Denny's, you could save 1 point if you get it right.
I don't know. I'm going to say Johnny.
Oh, man. Mikey, he likes it. He really likes it.
Yeah, I just let you know. These young kids, they don't get that.
Gregors, these young bucks got nothing.
Yes. Okay, let's see how Greg can do here. This is a 2-point question for you and Gen X in the Battle of the Generations. Okay, tell me, Greg, what was the first Disney show that Zendaya starred on?
Who?
That's not good.
Who the hell is that?
Not a good song.
Zendaya.
First show, I'm going to say probably one of those, stupid 80s shows like Zapped or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, I remember that one. That was where who was
Scott Baio and Willie Ames.
And he could rip girls' tops off with his mind.
Not very #MeToo friendly.
Yeah, that was what Zapped was. He was zapping girls' clothes off with his mind.
Couldn't make that movie today, Denny's.
What? Yeah. What? Exactly. Okay, Jaybird, to try to save a point, do you know what that is?
Witches of Waverly Place.
There's your go-to answer, which is
Take that every time.
We're looking for Shake It Up.
What?
It was a show she did with Bella Thorne, a girl from South Florida.
Oh, yeah, B-Thorns.
Okay. Okay, not a strong start.
Oh, man.
Okay, all right, our next question here. This goes back to the millennials. Okay, let's see if you can get this one. All right, this former Disney child star from the show Jessie passed away in 2019 from an epileptic seizure.
Cameron Boyce.
Cameron Boyce is correct.
Oh! Greg, what the hell's going on?
So sad. He was so young,
Yeah.
too. That little kid, he was adorable.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was a 2-point answer, so millennials are up
very
to
nice.
zip and quick. Okay, next question that we got here for our Gen Xers. Let's see what you can do with this, Greg. All right, this dance song had the profound lyrics, turn it out, turn to the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. What is the name of that dance song, Greg?
Shoot. Is it called Turn It Up?
Turn it up. That was incorrect. Bird for a point.
I think it's do the cha-cha slide. Cha-cha.
Cha-cha slide. Yeah.
Okay.
Cha-cha slide. Bird saves a
Nice.
point.
Okay.
King
For
of the
his
dance
generation.
floor.
Oh, man. Virginia seemed to do that slide.
I have seen him cha-cha slide.
Okay. All right. Let's see. The millennials are up 2-1 right now, and we go back to our millennial Lexi in Deerfield. Your next question. She was the redhead in the Brat Pack.
Are you looking for like the actual name or is
The
that, like,
actress's
character
name.
she
Yeah. What
calls?
was the actress's name? She was the redhead in the 80s Brat Pack. Her name is?
All I can think of is Molly Shannon.
Is he thinking Molly Ringwald?
That is correct. Oh, your partner saves a point there, millennials.
Wrong Molly.
She had the Molly, though.
Yeah. Okay, Molly Ringwald's who we're looking for. 3-1. Millennials now have the lead, so the pressure is on Gen X. Okay, our next question. She is the female artist behind the awesomely awful song Friday. Greg, what is her name? It's Friday, Friday, on Friday, party and party.
Rebecca
Yeah.
What is it, Greg?
Rebecca Black.
My boy.
Fun,
Give me that
fun,
doggy
fun.
butt and them big old grapes.
Wow. That's a big point. It's tied at 3 now, y'all. Look out. Okay, we go back to the millennials. See if we can get some separation now. All right, your next question. What Madonna music video was considered too racy for MTV and was banned by the network?
Was it like a virgin?
Was it Like a Virgin? That is.
Was it? Man, it was that erotica song, sexual erotica. Was it Like a Prayer? I know that one got flack too.
It did get flack, but I remember they debuted that. It was a big debut with Pepsi, so that was not correct. But I'll give you go ahead. Give me a guess.
Let's see. I can't even think of it. What was that one sex song she did? Erotica?
Yeah. Erotica's not it. It's a good guess. It was Justify My Love.
How'd that go?
It's a real
To
sexy
you,
song.
Justify My
Justify
Love.
my love.
That was, oddly enough, that was the only Madonna video that got banned by MTV.
Really?
Justify My Love.
That was so sexy. Virginia's version was really sexy.
I know you like it. You want it again?
Yeah, okay, why not?
Justify my love.
God, that's so horrific.
The hot
I'm going to come do it on your neck.
No, I can already feel it.
Okay, this puts Gen X in an odd place for a win if they can get this one correct.
Greg, man, come on.
Okay, battle of the
trying, man.
generations
I'm
here.
trying.
Okay.
Bigfoot is real.
That's
Bigfoot
right.
is real.
I love it.
Okay, Greg or Bird, either one of you gets this correct, and Gen X gets a win today. Ooh. What is the name of the country from the Hunger Games series?
Oh my gosh.
From Hunger Games. Ah, shit. It's Panem.
That is correct.
Panem is correct.
Yeah,
Wow.
you dropped an S, but who cares?
Yes. We don't care. We don't penalize you for swearing. Very nice. Wow. Right at the last second.
Nice.
Gen X pulls it out.
Oh, it's
It was a
great.
comeback
Oh, what a-
win there. Very exciting for Gen X.
What a feeling. I want to chase that.
But a good fight you put up there, Lexi, for the millennials. Thank you very much.
It's okay. They deserve a win. They don't have much going on anymore right
That's
now.
right.
Dang.
Oh, whatever. Bye, millennial. Go back to your cell phone.
Okay, so wait a minute. What the hell's a zillennial? I'm getting all confused with all these generations. And then even within the generations, now they want to split apart and fight each other.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to try to stay up on here, Virginia. So if you don't know, a zillennial now is anyone that was born 3 years before the end of millennials and or 3 years after the start of Generation Z. That's where you get the Z and the ennial zillennial. It's roughly 1992 to 1998. That would make you a zillennial. And my twins, Colin and Caitlin, they are 1998, so I guess technically they would be the zillennials.
Okay.
Kind of caught between the two generations. And I guess it does kind of make some sense. Because my daughter on the older age at 1998, she's often like, well, I'm just too old for that now. And I'm like, oh, you are. Look at you.
Oh, so mature.
Well, I'll bring up something about Gen Z. She's like, that's baby stuff. I'm too old for that. So, everybody's got to have their own little niche. So they've got that window now of 6 years. That is a zillennial. They say they don't feel like they fully fit in with millennials or Gen Z. So they've carved out this identity for themselves. But I always think this is kind of interesting because you do have that sweet spot of music. And for a zillennial, that sweet spot of, 2007 to 2011 is the songs that they know and love. Coming up this weekend, we're going to be doing kind of a WRMF shuffle. And so for Memorial Day weekend, a lot of those zillennial songs that kind of just fell through the gaps that we don't really play that much anymore and you don't ever hear. Kind of like, I forgot all about Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph and Lil Wayne.
The one you just played, it gives you
hell, All American Rejects.
They had so many hits back in the day, and I liked a few of their songs. You never hear them anywhere.
Ever. Yeah. So we're going to be dusting some of those off and throwing them on the radio station coming up this weekend. So Zillennials, you got to keep it locked here all weekend long.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Yeah. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, we got a drug dealer in England that recently got busted by police after he posted a photo of himself holding a wedge of specialty cheese. Apparently, the cops are like going, you know what? We could actually get his prints from that picture and that cheese, and they did, and now they've caught him, and he's been sentenced to more than 13 years behind bars.
Cheese brought you down.
Whoa, how about that, huh? Leaving your print in the cheese. There's a one-legged man that's accused of kicking a police officer.
Now that is a tricky move.
That is kind of crazy. It happened at a bar in Dublin recently.
Did he just jump up and do like a single leg from standing to kicking and then standing again?
I would assume so. I mean, I wonder if you could land that. Could you actually jump, kick, and land it, or are you definitely going to fall down?
It's a level 10 difficulty move.
I think you're going to fall because you'd have to kick and... Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to try it.
On Denny's today.
Okay, Denny's, get in here.
Oh, poor sweet Denny's couldn't.
We know you just had your second vaccine shot yesterday and you're already hurting, but we're going to kick you.
You would die.
You might do, though.
I would. We'd be a dual death.
Yeah, dig two graves, right? Yeah, oddly enough, that wasn't Dublin, Ireland. That was Dublin, Ohio. So there you go.
Huh.
Ohio, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much Columbus. There's a Denver man that got arrested in Nebraska when state troopers found 181 pounds of marijuana in his vehicle. That's a lot of marijuana. And let me just tell you, if you've got 181 pounds of marijuana in your vehicle, don't tailgate people on the interstate.
I saw this. How much of a dummy are you? We know you're in a hurry, but you got to be cool. You can't draw attention to yourself by tailgating.
He's right up on somebody's ass, and the trooper pulls him over, and he's like, whoa, smells like some weed in here. What's all these bundles? You big dummy. You just got 181 pounds of marijuana in your Ford Expedition?
You deserve to get pulled over then, you dummy.
Yep. He is definitely the dummy of the day. There's a man that got arrested after he broke into the airport in Albany, New York, and he snuck into a plane's cockpit.
Oh, my.
The 23-year-old man entered the empty airplane after walking through the runway area at the airport, and then he sat in the vehicle's cockpit before returning back to the terminal. And this guy had quite a paramount day because he apparently started in Boston, where he stole a car, drove it to New York City, where he lives, abandoned the car, got up to Albany, where he was involved in a domestic dispute, and then ended up in the cockpit of the plane.
That's insanity.
That's a crazy day, isn't it?
That is.
So what did you do today?
You were busy.
Did you ever do any senior pranks back in high school?
Yes.
They say that half the senior class at a high school in Texas got suspended over their prank. About 40 seniors received 2-week suspensions for the practical joke where students placed plastic forks on the school football field. And then some of the students went further and entered the school after hours and vandalized it.
Oh, yeah. I think the forks probably you could have got away with, but if you go vandalize the school...
That's not a prank, it's crime.
Not a prank, yeah.
Prank is where everyone's kind of laughing, like, oh, there's pie on the principal's face.
Where's the funny part?
Yeah, now you're just destroying schools.
Gotta miss that. There was a restaurant owner in Philadelphia that celebrated his birthday by having chefs assemble a cheesesteak that measured 510 feet long.
Oh my gosh, did he break a record with that?
I think that's what he's going for. I don't know if he actually did it or not, but I mean, it seems to make sense, right? If you're in Philly, you want to have the world's longest cheesesteak.
That's awesome. I love watching those world records where they make a big food thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's fun. Then they dole it out and you have a huge party. There's a man in Virginia that spent the pandemic inventing a device that lets you blow out birthday candles without blowing your germs onto the cake. And honestly, that's genius, because even before the pandemic, if there ever was a cake that somebody breathed their breath all over, I am not eating it.
It was a problem before.
It was. We just didn't talk about it as much. But now I think it has to be said. Stop letting people spit on the cake before we cut it and share it.
And it's always the person at the party you don't want to blow. You're like, no, please don't blow it out, no.
Oh, we got a ton of great stories when we asked, what is the most embarrassing thing that you have ever witnessed at a wedding?
Myself.
I think we did have a comment on there from one of your friends. Maybe it was a Greg and talked about you splitting your pants or something like that.
That would be my friend Greg. I did split my pants doing a backspin.
Okay.
I was very portly at the time.
Okay.
And I was going for it.
Yeah.
And ripped the ass out completely.
Just gone, huh?
That man danced like he forgot he was fat. He was just out there.
There was the other time where I was at a wedding and I was dancing and I was sweating through my blazer because I was dancing so hard. It was Gary Carter's daughter's wedding.
Okay, yeah.
And we played that on the air.
Okay, yeah.
It was intense. They dove for the garter belt.
No one can ever say you don't entertain at a wedding.
I've got about 4 garter belts at weddings.
Yeah,
and 2 bouquets.
And you're the last guy that wants to get married.
I know, but I'm such an attention whore.
Yeah. So some of the responses that we got, Arnold said, most embarrassing thing I witnessed at a wedding, the priest sneezed and the snot landed on the bride's face.
Oh, my Lord.
I would be laughing so hard if I saw that.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't with that.
That's rough.
We gotta do a timeout, and I gotta go and reapply some makeup and have a moment.
How tough is that? Greg said the photographer passed out drunk. He was laying on the floor while taking a picture and just didn't get up.
The photographer?
Yes.
I mean, Virginia knows about a photographer that likes to get messed up.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, my photographer bought cocaine that was laced with rat poison from a homeless guy in the French Quarter, and then gave her camera to one of my guests and said, "You're the photographer now."
We don't know for sure if it was laced with rat poison. Virginia's always been saying that.
That's been her story.
She was squirrely.
Dude, she got real squirrely. Her eyes were bugging out of her head. And the party was in the French Quarter at my friend's bar. And the owners of the bar are like, yeah, this is a big problem in the French Quarter right now. Tourists come to the French Quarter and they buy what they think is cocaine from homeless guys. And it's really been cut with rat poison. And they're flipping out in the streets. Like, it was a documented problem in the city the year that we got married.
That is a problem.
Yeah, because my best friend and her husband owned the bar, the 3-legged dog, where we got married. And he said, oh, yeah, she looks like she bought some of that rat poison cocaine. I've seen people. There's a look.
Yeah.
He's seen people on it.
Okay. Cynthia had put up on our website for the most embarrassing thing you've witnessed at a wedding. She said, I'm a classic flutist. And I was playing for a beach wedding in Key Biscayne, and in the middle of Here Comes the Bride, the wind blew my dress up over my head, and I was going commando.
Oh.
How about that, huh?
Wow.
You've just made the wedding awesome.
Yeah, that's quite an introduction, isn't it?
Do you still keep playing?
I think she did, yeah.
You're a professional.
Her mom was there because her mom was, she said in the story, her mom was holding her music, and so her mom's quickly trying to get her dress down while she continues playing.
After you're done playing, do you hightail out of there or do you stick around?
I'd probably go fast.
You hightail it.
You gotta get out of there.
I mean, the bride had to be like, wow, no one's looking at me anymore.
Beth had a similar story, though. She said, we were throwing bird seed instead of rice, and the groom held up his hands to block his face when it was coming at him, and his pants dropped, and he was naked. Did you imagine that from the groom? I mean, whoa.
a little groom dong for everybody.
Dang.
That's amazing.
Courtney said, my aunt was in this beautiful poofy dress at her wedding, and while drunk, she was leading the conga line, and she fell into the drum set.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Deborah had said that a woman flew out of the dance circle doing the Hava Nagila at a Jewish wedding and went backwards and landed in a big planter with her legs up in the air.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm. Gemma said the most embarrassing thing she witnessed at a wedding, one of the bridesmaids puked on herself during the ceremony. Probably went out raging the night before and was, can you imagine? That's brutal. You're standing there in the line and you're like, oh, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up.
I've seen this happen too before, where either on the groom side or the bride side, some of the people that are in the wedding party, they get all tanked before the ceremony and they overdo it. They're so excited and then they'll yak everywhere. I've seen
you see
that.
a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the fun ones, too, are like if you're standing there for a long time and you lock up your knees, you can pass out. Totally
Right,
sober.
yeah.
Like if you're not used to standing like that for a while, people just go, ew, bonk.
Jess had said the most embarrassing thing that I witnessed at a wedding, the groom's mom literally pooped herself right before the ceremony in the church. The wedding had to be postponed 30 minutes because people had to tend to her.
Oh, my gosh.
To me, I feel like that's a sign from above. Look, you're not supposed to get married today.
Wow. Okay. Mark said the drunk photographer stepped forward to take a photo of the couple's first kiss, and he stumbled and fell and took the priest down. How many photographers are getting hammered at these weddings?
Photographers can take you out.
They can't. I think there's a problem. I think there's a lot of photographers getting their drink on.
They're so rogue. I mean, normally they don't have to answer to anybody. They just got to keep it in check.
They're getting their drink/rat poison on.
Dang. Some of them on the scandalous side as well. Justine had said, my mom always splashed cold water on her face to stop from crying, but she didn't realize that the holy water basin wasn't supposed to be used as her personal sink.
I've never seen anybody do that.
Oh, I gotta stop. She's splashing the holy water all over her face, washing off her hands. Mom, that's not a sink.
No.
It's not a sink.
It's not a sink.
Come on. Brittany said, my mom's cousin, I remember this, was drunk pulling down my stepdad's brother's pants and giving him a lap dance in front of the whole family.
Oh, my.
That was kind of embarrassing. Brenda said, oh, embarrassing thing I witnessed at a wedding. How about the bride going into the men's room to obviously do cocaine at the reception and coming out with a powdered nose?
The bride went in the men's room.
To do some blow before rejoining the party. It's a long day. You got to keep the energy up,
yeah,
right?
I mean, you want to see her dance or not?
Yeah. Melissa said, yeah, I remember the priest. He stopped my wedding because it sounded like somebody's phone was beeping. And he starts scolding everybody. He's like, we need to check our phones. Well, my sweet friend is holding the church's microphone, and she's trying politely to tell the priest and get his attention during his rant that, dude, it's your mic battery that's beeping.
Oh.
It was super awkward. He's scolding everybody. Meanwhile, it's him.
I would have loved to have seen that.
I don't think a priest doing a wedding should ever be scolding the congregation. I don't care what it's about. It's a bad look for you.
I've seen a video on YouTube where the photographer is there. The bride and groom know the photographer's there. He's taking pictures. And he yells at the photographer, you stop this. This is an act of God right now. You stop this right now. And the bride and groom are like, well, we hired him.
Even God is like, hey, stop yelling at people in my name.
The guy with the preacher was so mad.
The preacher needs to simmer down. You look like a doofus.
It's known as the super flower blood moon, which really kind of sends a lot of feelings because super, I like that word. Flower, that seems lovely. Blood, ooh, ick, I don't know. Moon, well, maybe. It could be a fun party trick. That was the name of the eclipse that you already missed. Apparently it's gone and done.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you see the moon this morning coming into work?
It was full.
Full and freaky.
It is super full, so be careful out there. If you are controlled by the moon,
I think I might.
It is now full moon.
I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, it was earlier this morning, 7:25 a.m. EDT, whatever that is. I don't even know what time zone that is. But they said that lasted for 14 minutes and 30 seconds, all in 5 hours from start to finish is what you saw. But I looked down there like, oh, I'd like to see an eclipse today. I'm like going, you just missed it. Oh, dang. So I guess it was a lunar eclipse. And they say that you can't actually look at that with the naked eye.
My next question was, Kevin, can you look at that with the naked eye?
I knew where you were going with that. I'm now prepared for all of your questions.
I don't know for all
well,
of them.
not all of them. You're right. Some of your questions.
Some of them are going to get really weird.
Yes, some of your questions. So if you did miss it, apparently you can go online and they have footage of it, which is the easier way to do things. I mean, what do you got to experience live anymore, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, we wanted to start this during the rainy season, which has been anything but. Weagle versus ankle. Jay Bird, ever since severely spraining his ankle, has had an issue where he can tell when it's going to rain just by the pain in his ankle. And we thought, okay, let's start during the rainy season. And then it hasn't rained at all during the rainy season.
Well, it's weird. My ankle was hurting this morning.
Is
it?
Sure as crap, I'm driving to work and I hit rain. It rained for about, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes when I was driving to work today in the southern part of Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh,
and
wow.
my ankle was killing me. Ring-a-ding-ling.
Dang, how about that, huh?
I mean, I don't know if I get extra credit for that.
Well, I think that's kind of in a weird time because there is a gap. Because all we do is we say it's going to rain at our studios by 3 p.m. That's basically what we've put as a criteria. So, yeah, there is a large gap where rain could happen after that, and we're just trying to count up to the 3 p.m.
It just shows you that my ankle's working is all.
Yeah. Okay. That's impressive. Because, yeah, we're in a drought that is going on now.
We are in a drought, Kevin. I'm glad you brought that up, and that drought is going to continue. Now, you're going to see some wind, but not much.
Okay.
Precipitation is not going to be prevalent. You may go lay out.
Okay. Well, yeah, Steve Weagle's TV station, WPTV, where he is the chief meteorologist, says, yeah, only 2% chance of rain. So the drought continues today.
He's the chief meteorologist. I'm the chief feeteorologist.
Feet.
Feet-erologist.
Does that like mean you have a foot fetish?
Well, ankle, foot. It still plays. Virginia laughed.
He likes a foot.
I
Yeah.
do like feet.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Impressive. I got some other terms that maybe you haven't heard of. Geriatrocity. Geriatrocity is the horror and shame of getting old, especially when approaching the age of gray hair and arthritis.
I mean, I have both.
Yeah, I think we all have geriatrocity.
I had that like in my 20s. I had gray hair and bad bones in my 20s.
Well, I think what this is and where this is different, some people are really terrified of getting older and they dread it with everything and every day. Now, to me, I want to look and feel my best at any age, but it doesn't mean that I've got a fear of getting old. So I don't think I have geriatrocity, whereas I do know some people that do.
You got to be able to accept the things you can't change. If
Right.
not, you're going to go mad.
And that's what it is. Like, you can do whatever, like the Botox and all the stuff that I do, but time's coming, baby, whether you
Right.
like it or not. And as soon as you accept it, you'll be a lot happier.
She's right, though. And it's surprising coming from her because she leads the league in Botox.
So much Botox.
But she's right, though. If you accept it, it's part of the game, getting old.
This term sounds like it's something Jaybird made up. It's called Volcel, which stands for voluntarily celibate. It's a person who chooses to be celibate. It could be for any given reason or any amount of time.
I've been Volcel my time.
Volcel, yeah, voluntarily celibate. Now, the opposite is incel, which is involuntarily celibate, just means you're basically too ugly to
It
get
means
laid.
you're gross.
Oh, that's...
I don't know. I think the pandemic got in the way a little bit too.
They always say incels are the ones who are the maddest on the internet. That's why there's trolls, because, they have...
The trolliest trolls, I guarantee you, are not getting sex.
And sometimes they're just not trolls. Sometimes they're just mean people on the internet.
Yeah, that could be. And another interesting term here today, it is philosopher stoned. Philosopher stoned is when you think up something brilliantly righteous while baked.
All right. We got a couple of those on our team.
You'll be getting some ideas later.
Philosopher stoned. Yeah, I don't know that this would come as a shock to anybody, but Seth Rogen has admitted that he basically is stoned Or at least smoking weed throughout pretty much every moment of every single day.
Of his life.
Okay, I didn't realize it was every moment, but I mean, I think he kind of has branded himself as such.
And when you get like that too, you don't get whoa. It becomes more natural to you.
He said he smokes pot all day, every day, and he says that pot smokers are not lazy. He does want to break that stigma and stereotype.
It's a huge misconception, but I think also too, it's like anybody that. I think it's a personality trait. You can do that with alcohol. You can do that with anything.
And he's in California and he's in Hollywood, and it's just like so not a big deal out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal in a lot of places now.
It's getting to be not a big deal more and more, but I think California led the way.
Well, you've got the recreational marijuana. That is one of the states that has it, and Florida is never going to have it, at least until the federal law changes first. They basically have said that if you're hopeful for recreational marijuana so you can walk around smoking weed all day like Seth Rogen does in California, that's not going to happen in Florida.
Yeah, whatever.
I think the new thing I've been seeing on TikTok a lot is just recreational mushrooms. A lot of people are pushing that.
I told you that's going to be the thing that they're speaking about. It's coming from the West, and
California will get it first.
It's already happening. You're already seeing microdosing going on and all that.
Yeah. You can't go anywhere in California, but you can stay home and do all the recreational drugs you'd like to.
You can sit on your sofa and trip balls.
I'll take it. We were just talking about sitting on your couch doing shrooms. Maybe that's where this question came from. Jaybird and Denny's were having a deep discussion, Virginia.
Oh, yes. Let's get into it.
What was the specific moment that completely altered the course of your life? They believe that everybody has one. That monumental moment. We're all at that crossroads. Could go one way or the other. And because it went down one path, your life is radically different. For each life, what is yours? Mine, I agree with you, stoners. I think that for me, I've definitely got one.
Yeah, definitely got one too.
I have one.
Okay. Mine would be the moment that I got this job here in South Florida, because it's where I have lived for 22 years now. It is the kids that I have.
You mean the original job at the other radio station, or this one at RMF?
No, when I came to South Florida.
Gotcha.
Yeah, by getting the job to come to South Florida. If I would not have had that job, I don't know where I would be, but I wouldn't be with my wife, wouldn't have the kids that I have, wouldn't have lived here for 22 years, maybe not even in radio. Who knows?
You would have met the Bird, the Witch, Sweet Denny's.
Yeah, my closest friends, I would not know at all. It set the course, really, of the main part of my life. Everything up until then, where you go to college and things like that, I mean, that has some factors and whatever, but the most monumental moment was getting and accepting the job to come to South Florida. That's mine.
It's big.
Virginia? Yeah, I agree with you. I was at a crossroads because I had been fired from the gig that I had doing mornings in Mississippi. And so I took like a month to go all over the country and interview here and there. And I had done an interview up in New York. I had done an interview in the Carolinas. I had done an interview in New Orleans, where I grew up. And then I had been talking to you on the phone and doing a phone interview coming here, and it would have been so easy for me to move to New Orleans. I was living like an hour and a half away from there, but I just felt like weirded out by that host, and I just liked your vibe, and so I said, I'm going to Florida with Kevin.
A lot of ladies do like my vibe, Virginia.
Got a great vibe.
Yeah. I'm a viber.
Your vibe, unlike the guy in New Orleans, was very calm and peaceful and fun and sounded easy to work with. That guy in New Orleans ended up getting fired a year after I would have taken that gig with him.
See?
So I would have probably got fired with him because he wasn't a good person or a good host.
Jaybird, your moment, and I know we've got several, but that specific moment that completely altered the course of your life.
I think it was the moment when I was 16 years old and I had developed a horrible case of panic disorder. I've told you guys about how I was not able to go to the second story of any building, especially in school, and I was so embarrassed to talk about it. So my grades were suffering horribly my junior year, and this was a very very, very big year for baseball. And I didn't make grades by 1 point. I had a 1.9 because I got a D in Spanish, which was on the second story. And the only person I told this about my problem about not going to the second story was my mom. My mom went down to the school, had a heart-to-heart with the Spanish teacher, talked to the Spanish teacher and giving me a C, which let me stay on the baseball team. If not, I would have not have been on the baseball team. That would have wrecked me. And especially at that time of my life, I would have gone, I think, through a very terrible bout of depression. The fact that my mom stood up for me, explained it to my teacher, the fact that my teacher listened, gave me that extra point. I was able to stay on the team, and then that one decision led to so many other baseball decisions and friendships and other moments in my life. If I would not have had that, I don't know where I would have been today.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So what is yours? I think that we all probably have one. Talking about our KVJ Facebook topics going on. We got one that Dennis had just posted a couple of minutes ago. What movie did you see as a kid that you rewatched recently and it sucked? Some fascinating answers on there. I remember mine was Footloose. I remember going back and watching that. And especially the angry dancing scene. I'm like, how did I not see how hokey this whole thing was?
Everybody needs to angry dance at least once in their life.
I mean, it's now awesomely awful. Number one answer right now, Howard the Duck. That's got the most responses.
That movie sucked back then.
Yeah. I've seen everything from Mean Girls, somebody had put in there.
Oh, Mean Girls is awesome.
To Willy Wonka was one. And even The Goonies, where somebody said the kids are yelling the entire movie. I'm like, why are they screaming?
I got to watch The Goonies again.
Yeah, so they said that wasn't as good. So if you want to jump in on that conversation on KVJ Show's Facebook page, we got more to talk about too. We got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up live on YouTube, also on demand anytime you want on any podcast app, including the free 97.9 WRMF app. Jaybird, wrap us up today with your thought.
Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game.
Oh, baseball quote.
Nice.
Change your life.
Timely.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.